CME family, it's me, Mika Masa. Greetings, Mbote. And we're giving Kimbo to the Most High, Tatanzambia Mazulu. He's good, he's great, he loves us, and he is the spirit that is always giving us guidance, protecting us. Yeah. Now, we received a message, from the presidents of Angola, the former president of Angola, José Eduardo dos Santos. He was almost like 32 years president in Angola. And you have to imagine that Angola received its independence on 2002. Angola had more than 30 years of war. And today we're going to talk a little bit about Angola and his civil wars and his dictators. Yeah? That Angola is a country that it is a colonial country, colonialism. Yeah, Eduardo was someone who learned engineering in Russia, and later he became a president by replacing Agostinho Neto. And Eduardo replaced Agostinho Neto with political Portuguese political power, which is called MPLA. MPLA is that that the Angolan took the name from and gave it like the party of this people that used to rule Angola for 32 years or more. They used to be called like this white guy, MPLA. His name was something with M, etc., etc. But we're gonna read some things. Maybe we're gonna see his name over there too. So it's a white man's name that apartheid, a political movement that is ruling Angola now. He himself, José Eduardo dos Santos, he's not an Angolan, but he's from Santo Tomé. Santo Tomé was one of these islands where the Portuguese used to take the slaves. Yeah, our brothers and sisters went to America, Brazil, all places. Some of the slaves were also taken to Santo Tomé. This is where they had their jails. Okay, exactly. And yeah, this is where Jose Eduardo dos Santos came from. So he's not an Angolan. Angola had never an Angolan president. Angola had never an Angolan president. All these presidents came from outside. Hmm? Angola is not a country just like that. A part of Angola went today to the Congo because Congo and Angola, Congo Gabon, Congo Brazzaville was one. It was the Kingdom of Congo in that time. Yes, we had the Lubas, we had the Kingdom of Ndongo, we had some other different kinds of tribes among us. Yeah, but it was still called the Kingdom of Congo in that time. We had people like Zinganguvu, we had different kinds of people. Like Antonio the First, kings that ruled the Congo Basin, so that even people like King, that South African King, what was his name? That said that we all come from the Congo Basin. Yeah, the South African king said it. Yeah, because you know that the Congo in that time, all the kings from Africa came to the Congo to pray to the Most High or to receive ideas how to rule, to negotiate with us, etc., etc. But also the transatlantic slave trade started in the Angola, which is the Congo region. Yeah, they came from Guinea-Bissau. They went south to Gabon, Cameroon. They started to take over the Congo Kingdom, start to do negotiation with the Congo Kingdom. And after that, they took our slaves in the 1600s, yeah, and a little bit before that, and all the time up to the 20th centuries, we were enslaved, and we had different kinds of civil wars in the Angola, in the Congos today, Cameroon, Gabon, in all these regions. We had never peace, where slave trade almost started the Western, yeah, the Atlantic slave trade. Okay, because we know that another slave trade started in the East, which is the Islamic um, slave trade. Okay, we're gonna talk about it very very soon. We're gonna talk about the Islam. We're gonna make 2 or 3 videos about Aladdin and the genie. Yeah, something like that. I will call it like this, where I will start exposing the witchcraft in Islam. Now, like I said, Angola is not just a country like that. Yeah, Angola is full of a country full of corruption, full of corruption. Angola never had peace. Yeah, never. We had the time during the time José Eduardo dos Santos, this guy that died now on the he died now. When did he die? Let me tell you. Um, I had it here. Dos Santos. Let me share the screen and read a little bit because I have so much to say about these people, what they do. Let us read a little bit. Great. This is what I'm preparing for Islam. Okay. He died with 79. So he ruled, he was Angolan's president for almost 38 years. So many mosquitoes here, my goodness. 38 years. 38 years. How can someone be 38 years president? Yeah. And he died with 79. Okay. He just died here on the 8th. What do we have now? 11th. So he died on the 8th of July. This man here was a murderer. Okay, he wasn't a good president like the most of the people wants to say. This guy was a murderer. Okay, well trained by the Soviet Union, and then he's called here fighter against the Portuguese colonial ruler, which is a lie. Yeah, which is a lie because he's working. He always worked for the Portuguese. His daughters work for the Portuguese. They have more. They gave the Portuguese the opportunity to be Portuguese because the Portuguese, they had a time they had no money no more, and they were well supported by Angolan money. You have Angolan churches, even the Tokos Church, Bom Deus, all the Angolan marimbondos, which means the rich people in Angola used to send their children to Portugal to learn and study. Yeah. So all the money from his daughter, which was she was the richest woman in Africa. Yeah. All the money is gone because of corruption. When the new president, João Lourenço, entered into power, he started now to fight against the corruption of José Eduardo and his family, and all the people around him from MPLA that stole the money from the country by giving it to Arabs, by giving it to America, by giving it to different kinds of people in Russia, because his daughter is Russian. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So this guy had a problem with women's as well. He was not only a rapist, but he was a guy full of violence. Yeah, that guy was full of violence, a guy full of violence. So he raped, he killed whenever he wanted to kill. He was someone like Gaddafi. Yeah, he was someone like Gaddafi. When he saw a girl or a woman, yeah, he just typed some of his generals and said, "I want that girl here," and this girl was done. The whole family was done, and it's well known under every Angolan person, yeah, what this person has done to the Angolan population so far. Every Angolan person knows what this president has done to women's and to the population. Yeah, corrupt. People were killed and slaughtered all the time. All the money went to Portugal. All the money went to to his daughter, which also was a very intellectual businesswoman, but in the way to enrich the white people. But she was doing a little something. Yeah. So this little something was what? The corruption from those people went so far that these people started to, you know, make those rich that they wanted to make rich, but the population had nothing. Yeah. So that's why Angola is the most expensive country in the world. Yeah. City, yeah, Luanda. Yeah. The most expensive city. You can't imagine how expensive Luanda is. Not Dubai, not New York, not LA, not whatever where. Angola is so expensive, okay? You can't, you here, even pushing Hong Kong, yeah, to the second place. Mhm. Okay? Angola is so expensive, yeah, you can't imagine. You can't imagine. But there is no social system, there is no health care, okay? There's corruption all over, okay? Um, the people in Angola, yeah, the people in Angola live in fear, okay, because of violences, because of criminality, okay. So when we talk about Angola, we're talking about the kingdom of Judah. We're talking about the kingdom of Judah, where the slaves came from. That's why Europeans never had any time wasted, yeah, to take their eyes away from Angola. They had always their eyes on Angola or the Congo Basin, which is the Bakongo, yeah, which today is called it's called Congo, but which also was a part from Angola, which is Cabinda, where the oil comes from, and etc. etc. So we have oil, copper, zinc, coltan. Then you have diamonds, minerals all over this country. But the poorest people after the Congolese. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You have in Angola so many people from Arabia, from Europe coming in, but you will never see any change in the country. Yeah, for the population itself. Okay, the population suffers so much, no infrastructure at all. There is not something like an infrastructure in Angola. It has not been seen. There is nothing. Okay, they will only show you the good places here and there, but the truth is another. No streets. There are no streets in Angola. No streets at all. Okay? And this is the truth about Angola. People, they are running away because there are more criminals outside than normal people, the normal passengers. Everywhere you have criminals running all over the places that wants to rob you, that even comes by night, yeah, to come to do different kinds of things, yeah, to your family. It's well known. You can go to Farangola, you can go to TPA, yeah, and look at their news, you will see violence over violence because the country, yeah, has no rules. There is no rulership. Why? It's because of MPLA. These people even took the flag from Angola to say that this flag is theirs. But we know that this man here, Jones Savimbi, and the FNLA and the UNITA, yeah, that there was a civil war that went more than 30 years of war. We had Cuba, we had South Africa, we had Russia, we had the Europeans, which is the Germans and all them Americans and all them in Angola fighting, but never had someone talked about that. Never. No one knows that. That no one knows that we had all those people fighting in Angola. Why? Why? Let us see. Now, MPLA, Cuba, SWIBAPO, ANC, FNC, Namibia, South Africa. These are the belligerents, right? But look at this. The Angolan Civil War, Portuguese Guerra Angolana, was a civil war in Angola beginning in the 1975 and continuing with the interludes until 2002. The war was immediately began after Angola became independent from Portugal in November 1975. Okay, so Angola became independent in the 1975. There, you know that Ghana, the English-speaking people already left Ghana free. North African people, they left Ghana, and Angola was still at war. Okay, Angola was still at war up to 2002. Angola was still at war. This is the time of Simon Toko, by the way. And you have to know that before this time, we had people like Kim Pavida. We had people like what's her name? Nzingambandi, okay? Queen Zinga, yeah? And don't think that Queen Zinga, she fought against the Portuguese as well. Here, we had people like Afonso the First, Nzingambandi, Nzinganguvu, okay? Angola was never in peace, never, okay? Never. The white man always had an eye on Angola. Angola should be like South Africa. White people taking over Angola, living in Angola, doing whatever they want in Angola, taking our diamonds, doing the agriculture, taking our women's, mixing up with our people, doing whatever they want to do with us. And they did also. But it couldn't be, they never made it really to stay. They inherited the south of Angola. The south of Angola yeah, that part right here looks very nice, and you have a lot of Chinese, a lot of Europeans, yeah. Like if I go to Angola fishing or fishers, yeah, you will only see white people here. Can you see? Do you see that? So you have Angola Safari, Angola Fishers, down up to the region. If you wants to go to Namibia, you have the people that used to do rally, with this car on the desert, because down you're going to that direction, Namibia. You have the deserts down there. Okay, you have also the Botswana. I think is there. Yeah, or is it Botswana there? So now I'm losing a little. Let me check. Africa map, where our brother Denim is. Yeah, you have Namibia. Yes, the Botswana. Like I said, yes, you have the Botswana, Namibia. In Namibia, you have here in that areas you have the where they do rallies. You have desert there, okay, a large desert, a big desert, okay. The Kalahari Desert, okay, if you wants to know, is here. The Kalahari Desert, yeah, that brother Robert Hadley talks about. It was the Kalahari Desert. The Kalahari Desert is the ancient former Namibia, Angola, okay, which was all the Congo Kingdom. And here in this region here, white people live in mass, okay, in mass. So the northern region, where when you go to the Congo, yeah, this is where they fight. Okay, they fight these people. They say, "Oh, these people, they are from the former ancient kingdom of Congo. We don't want to give them power. We don't want to build there. We don't want to cultivate. We hate those people, etc., etc." I know for sure that the presidents of Angola, they are not doing all these kinds of things with their will. It's the same thing like the presidents of Congo or whatever. They are not doing everything with their will. We are fighting against America. We are fighting against the European nations because of our resources, but because of our God as well. And the story, the rich story that we have of the Kingdom of Congo, yeah, which fought the European nations and showed them that the Most High is with us. That's why these regions are hated from the white man and really don't want these regions to develop. Okay, the white man don't want these regions to develop. Angola had a big time where you could not even take your camera out to film, or just to talk on the street with your mobile phone saying something about a president or anyone else, because you will be killed. In the time of José Eduardo dos Santos, that died now because he was under machines and stuff like that, and he became very old, yeah, with 79, and he had his problems because his wife was doing a lot of things in the background with other men and etc., etc. But he himself, like I said, was a womanizer, and he took from the most of his partners that he worked with their wives and children, by rape also for sure, because that guy is crazy and was crazy. But there was never an Angolan president that is good. All of them are used. We know stories from Angolan masonry, people that used to do the same thing like white people do. They have places, big places, where they used to take young people, selling organs, but doing also different kinds of things in Angola. People that are in masonry, and Angolan presidents are for sure masons. But like we said, this when you go to Isabel dos Santos, this woman here, you can see she's a light-skinned person. She's almost white. Her man, Dokono, and Congolese guy, died, yeah, just like that in his young ages. We know why. We know because of witchcraft and everything what these people are involved to. These people here are crazy in witchcraft. This woman was almost the richest woman in Africa, and you don't want to know, yeah. And these people, they meet richest people in this world. They know all those people in America. They know everyone that you can't imagine. These families here, they are not too joking with. They kill whenever they want to kill. They do whatever they want to do. And these people are crazy dangerous. You have never seen something like that. Yeah. In Angola, we have dangerous people. They just do whatever they want to do. They don't care. They just come, finish you off, and then they move forward. They give you they put a letter there. There, yeah, we wanted to kill him. Bye bye. Come and take his body. This is still today in the 21st century Angola. But no one wants to talk about all those kinds of things because everyone's scared. Everyone's like, if we come out with those things, hey, you will be killed. You will be the next. This and this will happen to you. Because these are facts. that the whole world is ignoring, because everyone, even white and black in Angola, are scared to speak or to talk, to open their mouth against these people, because these people are criminals and they are well supported by Arabs and all these kind of things. They have houses in Dubai, in Portugal, in Luxembourg. They have, and the funniest thing is, all the Angolan money in Germany and Liechtenstein and everywhere is cancelled, is taken from them. So Angola will never prosper. Angola will never go high, because the corruption in Angola is so high that everyone is always sucking Angola's minerals off and from the people, and the people have never a chance to grow. The Kingdom of Congo will never grow, because it's in the hand of Portuguese, it's in the hand of America, it's in the hands of corrupt political leaders, yeah, that oppress, but in the same way also do different kinds of high class businesses, yeah, billions, trillions of monies, yeah, that comes from our countries. And then they do not want to open the ways for the diaspora. They tell you in the diaspora, don't come, because Angola is not safe. Angola, it's not for you. Angola don't want you in. You can't get a visa. It's the COVID. It's whatever what. But white people can come in and out whenever they want to come. Arab people can come in and out whenever they want to come. This is what those people do. And now there is a big war between them. Okay, there's a big war between them with a new president, yeah, which name is João Lorenzo, yeah, yeah, and the family of the former president, yeah. So, and he himself is not an Angolan, but he comes from Congo somewhere, yeah. And like I said, Angola had never an Angolan president, yeah, which is this is white man's power that's going against us. But all this is so sad, because we have a great opportunity to be greater than we are today. Okay? Now, part of the Cold War until 1991 and the First and Second Congo War from 1969 onwards. Now, let us read. Civil war in Angola, beginning in 1975 and continuing with interludes until 2002. The war immediately began after Angola became independent from Portugal in November 1975. The war was a power struggle between two former anti-colonial guerrilla movements, the Communist People Movement, the Liberation of Angola, MPLA, and the Third Anti-Communist National Union of the Total Independence of Angola, UNITA. The war was used as surrogate battleground for the Cold War by rival states such as Soviet Union, Cuba, South Africa, and the United States. And now can you imagine, South Africa came to fight in Angola, Yeah, this is the pure reality what you see, okay? Now, the MPLA and UNITA had different roots, Angolan society, and mutual incompatible leaderships, despite their shared aim of ending colonial rules. And a third movement, the National Front for Liberation of Angola, FNLA, having fought the MPLA with UNITA during the war for independence, played almost no role in the civil war. So you had almost Russia fighting against America and Cuba, okay? This is what happened there. And South Africa was used as well. So you had America, okay, fighting with the UNITA. You had the MPLA fighting with the Portuguese. Then you have the FNLA fighting with different kinds of other people that also supported them, okay? This is what the Cubans or whatever that supported them, okay? And this was the fight. Now, you can see here, Front of the Liberation of the Enclave of Cabinda, an association of separatist militant groups fought their independence of the province of Cabinda from Angola. With the assistance of the Cuban soldiers and Soviet support, the MPLA managed to win the interface of conventional fighting out the FNLA from Luanda and became the facto Angolan government. The FNLA destroying it, but the US and South Africa backed UNITA continued its regular warfare against the MPLA government from its base in the east and south of the country. So as you see, so in other words, the Soviet Union won, and the by the assistance of the Cubans. That's why you have a lot of people from Cuba here. San Tome. You have a lot of people from Brazil here. They are doctors here. They are whatever what. Okay, they are. With other words, they are oppressing our people. Okay, they're getting the good jobs here. They're getting better paid than every Negro in America. They're getting better paid than every Negro in Europe. And they are only because they're light skinned, they think they can do whatever they want to do. Just to tell you the truth, okay? And this is what happened. So, and after that, the U.S. took the South Africa, took the U.S. with some Jonas Savimbi, and they fought the wars you can't imagine. Okay, you have never seen wars like that. So when we talk about war, yeah, because people are like, okay, we know war and whatever. This is war. Okay, there's not even the Europeans' wars went so long. This is war that happened in Angola. Okay, like real war. Okay, you see here Fidel Castro and Mandela. Okay, so this kind of things, no one wants to talk about that. Yeah, this is why Fidel Castro was also sanctioned from America, and they had different kinds of problems because America couldn't get Angola. Okay, America couldn't get the Congo as well, but they have it still today under control. Don't worry, Angola is under the hands of every nation, even the Chinese today, because the Chinese are almost everywhere in Angola because they have a contract for over 300 or 400 years or something like that they can do whatever they want to build in Angola and do whatever they want to do. Okay, Chinese. Okay, yeah, no joke, no joke. China, you don't know. Yeah? I saw children here. They are black Chinese. I've never seen something like this before. It's almost like South Africa. They are South African. They are Chinese. Yeah, they are called South Africans. You see. So all this is the truth of Angola, and it's so sad. And the most I help us, this land community, to do more to become something like Dubai, because the resources in Angola, in the Congo Basin, the former Congo kingdom, will never end. It's a huge country with a great, 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 great potential, with very, very intellectual people, revolutionists, warriors. That's why the world don't want these people to prosper. We really have very, very great dictators like here. His daughter Isabel dos Santos run the country state's oil company and become Africa's wealthiest woman with a fortune of 3.5 billion. His son of 5 billion. So all of them had money. All of them had money. You can't imagine how much money these people had. Okay, and if you come to Angola, if you see someone, he drives a small car, I don't know, just to tell you, okay? Yeah. So it's a funny thing, okay? It's a funny thing. Angola, by the way, Angola satellite. Angola made a satellite, okay? And this satellite, ANGOSat 2 or whatever, they sent it to the space, and it disappeared. Is it? Yeah, Angola's first satellite has been officially declared defunct by Russia, which had partially funded the West African nation's space project. The Angosat 1, a communication satellite built for almost 300 million, was launched late December from the Baykar consumer in Kazakhstan. And just like that, the satellite disappeared. The satellite would give all Africa internet because we have very, very bad internet in Africa. Because the West don't want Africa to be upgraded. And that's for sure. Because internet will show the whole world who is. Yeah. So the world don't want the people in Africa to know what's up, what happened in the world, lies, etc., etc. Because internet unites. Yeah, internet would be a great problem for the West if Africa have internet access without any problem. All these kinds of things is the truth about Angola, and yeah, the South African people, they received their punished. They were punched by Angolan people. Back to your country. People in Congo, they tried also once. Angolans, you can even go to Angolan army. They love fighting. This is the only thing what they do. This is Judah. You don't fight Judah, okay? You can be greater with white people or whatever, yeah? Everyone has a problem in Africa with white people, but this doesn't mean that you just enter into someone's country to take their women's and to do whatever he wants to do. Angola had a big problem. If it comes to those things, Angolan people fought. That's why you have a story from the Angolan people, the 4th of February, Angolan War. The 4th of February, Angolan War. It was the date of independence as well, yeah, where the national army from Angola, they beat up the Portuguese, yeah, unarmed, okay. This Angolan people, this is how also the what is this, the station, the airport of Angola is called 4 February because they beat up the Portuguese, yeah, army. That, yeah, because yeah, it's a long time ago. Yeah, it's 1940-74. Yeah, to where those people beat up the Portuguese, and yeah, and the Portuguese never came back. They're still there, yeah, ruling over us. But now you know a little bit more about Angola, yeah, and you can see this is not a real easy life, yeah, in Africa. Africa, if you come to Africa, you need balls, big balls, okay, yeah, because Africa needs independence, real independence, yeah, and it's only the Most that can bring independence to these countries because the white influence is so high in Africa, you can't imagine. And all these countries now in the world are trying to come to Africa because this is the only place where you will find salvation in this world. That's why from Zion, this is where the Most High will bring his army, yeah, from Zion, from Africa. So, and all these kinds of prophecies that are written in the Bible or in some other places, because even the Quran says that the black people will destroy Mecca. It's these people know it because the black people didn't write the Quran. The black people didn't write the Bible. White people know all those prophecies. Yeah, they know who we are. They know what will happen. Okay, and let the Most High work. Let the Most High do whatever He wants to do because this fight is real. This fight is real, and we need real help. My goodness, we need real help because solutions is needed. In this moment, Angola is about to do a lot of businesses, a lot of business opportunities. But before that, we have now elections. Elections will be in Congo, elections will be in Angola, elections will be almost everywhere. The elections from now in Africa won't be the same elections as before because people are, people are, I don't care no more. I will die because I'm dying. Me and my people were dying hunger. So this is how people think. Young people are like now, hey, where should I go after I study, after I did different kinds of after I did different kinds of schools and whatever. I want to go to work somewhere, yeah, without with making $100 per month. Okay. So stuff like that, people wants to know, why is this country not developing? Internet is there, also showing here and there some truth now, right now. Okay, people like us waking people up, So there's a lot of things going on in Africa, a lot of things going on in Africa, and white man is not our friend. Huh? The white man is not our friend. Huh? And yeah. Thank you for being here. This was the message for today. And very soon we're going to go and talk a little bit about the Islam. And I think this will shock some people. But I think the story of the Islam may be one of the most important stories you have ever heard in your life. Yeah, because we're gonna go into the life of Muhammad. We're gonna go into the life of Muhammad, not only historical but also about his spiritual life. Yeah. Um, when you don't know, Arabs are gay. Okay. When you see many Arabs are gay. When you see Europeans, the Europeans, many of them are gay. You saw it in the Greek, you saw it by the French, you saw it by the Romans, okay? Hitler and all those kinds of people, gay, gay. You can go when you go to the Bible and you start the history of, you start reading about Romans 1, where the Moses say they made their own image, yeah, and they started to do woman and woman, man and man. It's not talking about our God no more. Go to Romans 1, read the whole conception of the new God that the Arabs, Ishmael, and the Europeans used to worship. And then you're gonna see why we in the southern part of Africa hate the Arabs so much. But when you go to Nigeria, when you go to eastern part of Africa, you will see a lot of Muslims. Yeah, I'm going to explain all this, how Muhammad came down to Ethiopia, to the Somalia, and all these kinds of people. Why the Somalians are calling themselves Muslims and all these kinds of things. Okay, we're going to read and understand the complete history behind the Islam. Thank you. This was Angola, yeah, the former Judah kingdom, yeah, and you can even go in Google and you can go. This books cost like $180 or something like that. You can go and you can type the Gulf of Judea, the Gulf of Judea, or you can type Angolan Jews, yeah, Angolan Jews, or not Angolan Jews. You have to do Loango, the kingdom of Loango. The kingdom of Congo was also called the kingdom of Loango, which means Loango, angels, yeah, angels backward. Angels, Loango. Okay, the kingdom of angels, yeah, the kingdom of Judah. They called it like this, yeah. And the people that came to Africa, yeah, to colonize us, yeah, were Judeans from the white people and the Catholic Church. And they are also when the Most High allows, you're gonna also know who your Jesus is that you likes to worship. They met him there. It wasn't Simon Toko, but they met him there. The time of Diego Cao, etc., etc. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is Angola. Yeah, this is where you come from. Yeah, the most of you guys, Congo Kingdom, Angola. Believe it or not. Yeah, um, yeah. It's a nice story to know when the kingdom of Benin, the kingdom of Manu Mutapa, and all them started to come to Angola. They came to Angola to receive uh, um, to ideas to what they should do, how they should rule, how they should do different kinds of things. But the whole world hated that story because they took the everyone everything that died that everyone that died in Angola or in these regions of Congo were burned or were split in thousand parts. Everything that was from our kingdom, they took it and they split it. They split it into all countries. Yeah, the history of Angola. If you go to the museums, I don't know if there's so much history. There is another country that has so much history, like Angola or the Congo basins. There's so much history behind that because this is where Diego Cow, okay, Diego the dog, okay. This is where the Roman Catholic, the Pope, went so often into the Mbanza Congo, okay, where Kimpavita fought against the colonizers. Simon Toko, Mpadi, all them, these Ngunzas comes from this northern part. The kingdom of Ndongo that fought, all of them, they had the Jewish hat-ons, the fringes. I can show you pictures. All of them were Jews. The European called them Jews. The Gulf of Judea. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay? Let me show you. Let me show you. Normally, I don't show those kinds of things because you know, people have to have some, you know, secrets here. Golfo dos Judeus. Golfo dos Judeus. It's nice and it's even in um it's even in English. Yeah, if you have these books, yeah, then you will see it the Luango coast. Yeah, then you will see from Senegal elsewhere the ancient Jewish community seems to disappeared almost. You will see every here Portuguese who imagined black Jews to living in Angola. Okay, Africa was people in parts by Jews in front of the lost tribes of Israel, and it was partly the case in West African hinterlands. Here, Jews of Golfu, of Judea. So Judea, yeah, Judah, yeah, okay, it was in Angola, according to the prophecies as well. You will be scattered from the four corners of the earth. Yeah. Where did it happen? From the Middle East? No. It happened from the eastern part of Africa. It happened from the western part of Africa. And the people in America that called to their Judah came from those places: Benin, Nigeria, Ghana, Guinea, okay, Cote d'Ivoire, okay, Cameroon, okay, Angola, the Congo Basin, and the most of them, almost 45% and more, 48%, 0.5, came from the Angola Congo Basin. Yeah, even if your ancestry always shows you Nigeria, yeah, the most of the people came from the Congo Basin. Okay. I know this is not the time to do my spiritual teachings. The most of the people from the Caribbeans come from the Congo basins, or some of has so Yoruba, no, um, mostly Yoruba, some of also Ghanaian. But look, how can you identify someone that is sick? Someone needs a chirurgy. Yeah, someone had some sicknesses in the body, and now, yeah, and now you go to the doctor, and the doctor must check with machines and cut you off to tell you this and this is your sickness. How did our forefathers resolve this problem? Now, I will tell you something. Our forefathers, still today, we as the nations of Isolele or whatever they have called us, yeah, because this is what they called us in their books. I always used to tell you, I have some books you can't imagine. I showed you today 2 or 3 secrets. For those who teach, you can go and start buying those books. Yeah, cost a little bit, but those books will wake you up. Now, it is historical books from white people that shows you who the kingdom of Isolele really was. But anyway, back to spirituality. How can these people identify your sickness? Today, they will use machines, okay? They will use chirurgy. Our people always had the gift of the spirit to see and to speak in prophecies. When they saw you like this, they saw already this person is sick. They will look into your body and tell you this and this and this is sick, because we always work with the angels. We always work with the spirits, yeah, of the Most High, that will tell you this and this and this is the problem, and then they resolve the problem spiritually with herbs. People will never cut off in parts and this is witchcraft, but you have never understood that this was witchcraft. How can you find a man that is doing violence in all your villages, killing people like Jack the Ripper, and disappearing and running away always when the police want to catch him? How do people catch someone like that? No? The elders would sit together and say something is wrong in this village. Someone is doing some violence here. Okay? They will put they will talk with those people who are around them. Who is doing that? No one, me not, blah, me, I'm not doing anything, chief. Oh no, king, I have nothing to do with it. Like in the time of Solomon. Like in the time of Solomon. But because the Ruach was with these people, they will pray, they will do the ceremony. This person will be found in an hour. In an hour, the person will be found. Okay? This is how will Herod do this? Hey, I saw a star. Hey man, this guy will be born in Bethlehem. And he seers. Hey you, what did you see? They have the stones and skulls. I saw the other with the tarot cards. Okay? It have never ended, yeah, to see and identifying where people are. White people do it in their ways with astrology and everything to know secrets, to know, oh, that person has done this and this, and this is how we're gonna catch him. I've seen American people reportages where you see CIA, FBA catching people like criminal people, criminal gangs and stuff like that. And the first thing what I was seeing is they're catching those people with spiritual power. Okay? But black man has never understood that there was no violence in the kingdom of Congo. There was no hunger in the kingdom of Congo. There was not something like unrighteousness in the kingdom of Congo. Because it was like this thing what we say in the King Solomon, King David, unrighteousness was paid spiritually. When King David sent this soldier to go to war in the front yard, and he died, so that King David could take his wife. What happened to King David's house? What happened to King David's house? They started to do violence against each other. Before that, the Most High sent a prophet to King David and said, look, you You disappointed the Most High. You did crime against the Most High. You'll be punished by that. And so King David started with Psalms 51. It started to repent and say, Father, Father, forgive me. Man, what have I done? And the Most High started to forgive him step by step. But his daughters were sleeping with his sons started to sleep with his wives. And all these kind of things happen. Rape and all these kind of things happen in his own household. This is the judgment of the Most High. It's completely different from the white man's judgment. We are not like white people. But all these president kids, all these people in the West and all this, we became Westerners. We did not understand that the Most High has nothing to do with this human rights, politics, democracy. Everything what you see as a normal was for the Most High an abomination. And the witchcraft in the midst of it, you have never seen. You don't see witchcraft. Okay? You just take the phone and you know how to call people, but you never ask yourself, how can your voice come in here and come out there? Huh? Okay? And this kind of things, okay? It will take time, but we're gonna get it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for listening. 1 hour is enough. Yeah. If you have some questions, my email is always open for y'all. Yeah. In Geta. I will see you.